Here we are with Chad Kilgore, a member of the defense for Northwest football. And Chad, our offense had a lot of numbers this past weekend, or excuse me, last Thursday, with against Truman State. But it's much harder to quantify what the defense did because they don't put that on the scoreboard. Actually, there was a lack of scores for Truman. So can you talk about maybe how you guys dominated them with your defense last week?
Obviously, one of our first goals is to stop the run, and we did that early. And they passed the ball like basically the entire game, and I feel like our D-backs definitely did a great job of stopping that. It was a lot of three-step passing, and stopped it early and often.
That's good. And it's a good chance for you guys to really test the backfield then, because that's a new backfield for Northwest defense. You got a lot of guys that didn't play before, and you got a transfer, and I think Caleb's in there.
Yeah, we got 9 new guys, and it's just me and Josh returning from last year. A lot of new guys. We're just trying to get them into the flow of things, if you will. They're learning a new defense too. So I mean, you know, they just got to get comfortable, and I think they did that.
Now, looking into this weekend, you guys, what kind of threats do you see from the team we're playing this weekend?
Well, last week they passed the ball a lot. They got a dual threat quarterback. He can run too. So we just got to keep him contained and keep their passing under control too.
Can you tell us a little bit about it's Sioux Falls, right, that we're playing this weekend?
Yep, Sioux Falls College, probably one of the best NAI teams in history. They're 69-2 in the last 5 years. They've won 3 national championships. Their 2 losses came in the national championships. So a very, very talented football team, a team that has a lot of the same characteristics as Northwest Missouri State, a team that's good year in and year out, a team that's well coached, that plays all 3 phases very well, very disciplined, and has a lot of tradition.
Now, a lot of schools are making that jump from NAIA now to Division II, and that's what they're doing?
Yeah, and you know, one of the misconceptions when you talk to people is that you just automatically assume that their scholarship levels are below what a Division II schools are, and that's a little bit muddy as far as how you explain it. With an NAIA school, they can only have 24 full scholarships in their program, but it's in the top 60. Okay, so they have obviously a roster much bigger than 60. And so for the people that aren't on what they call the varsity roster, the top 60 roster, those kids can be on scholarship and that doesn't count.
Oh,
so
really?
In essence, Sioux Falls probably has more scholarship money than we do. Right. So transitioning into this Division II phase, right now they have the ability, they're absorbing some of that extra scholarship money with institutional aid, but it's still, I mean, as far as talent, they've got a talented football team.
What kind of threats do you expect to see from them this weekend? How do you think they'll match up with us?
I think they'll match up well. You know, one of the things that happened to them against Washburn, and it's typical in first games every year, is sometimes in that first football game, if you turn the ball over, you get behind and you kind of panic a little bit. And I think that's what they did. They had to throw the ball a lot more than what they wanted to, and you know, that's not who they are. They're a balanced type of offense. They're an offense that wants to keep you guessing rather than being one-dimensional. And when they got behind, that's, you know, they just threw it and it forced some untimely picks and some big plays. And you know, I just think you'll see a much different football team come down here this weekend.
Now, last week at Truman, you got a lot of guys got to rotate in. What kind of things did you guys? What did that reveal about Northwest and some of our talent that we have here?
I think we have good depth. I think that we're very fast on defense. I think our defense has good depth. You know, we got to play a lot of our younger kids, but shoot, our starters are a lot of young kids too, with 9 new starters on defense. So that bodes well for us as the season goes along. I think the more people you can play and the more depth you can build, you're able to handle injuries better, as well as you know, you're just gaining people experience because you know, to play with the level of intensity that we expect, you know, we're going to sub people, and particularly me as the defensive line coach, if I can have 8 guys that can roll, that just makes life a lot easier for me.
Very good. Well, good luck.